Today, we take you into a terrifying zombie world. 4 intense stories in one video, each with new characters, new locations, and non-stop horror. Every moment counts. Watch till the very end. Let's start with episode 1, Joey and Abby. The story begins with a man named Joey. This is a long time after a dangerous zombie apocalypse has destroyed the world. Joey lives alone in an underground bunker. He spends his time doing only 2 things: watching old baseball games on TV and playing with his dog. Every day, Joey and his dog go outside for a short walk and then return to the safety of the bunker. Joey knows the outside world is very dangerous, or because of this, he always wears a bulletproof vest and carries a sharp knife whenever he leaves. One night, the dog tells Joey he needs to go outside to pee. Joey takes him out and jokes, "Do your business quickly, or your dead relatives will come to eat you." Suddenly, Joey sees zombies approaching. He quickly pulls a lever on the ground that raises a fence to stop them. Most zombies stay outside, but a few get through the fence. Joey fights them off and stabs them with his knife. Joey survives the fight, but sadly, his beloved dog is killed. Joey buries his friend and goes back into the bunker, but he feels terrible. He no longer wants to watch TV or solve puzzles. He realizes that if he stays alone in the bunker, he will go crazy. Before the apocalypse, Joey had met a woman named Sandra online. They chatted a lot and fell in love, but they never actually met in person. Joey still has printouts of their old chat messages. He reads them and wonders if Sandra is safe. He decides he cannot stay alone anymore and chooses to go find her. Joey doesn't know her exact location, but he has a general idea of where her house is. He packs food, water, and supplies and sets off. Sandra's house is 1,000 kilometers away. He drives from morning until evening. Suddenly, he hits spikes on the road that puncture his tires. Joey gets out and sees that he has been caught in a trap. A zombie moves toward him, but a girl suddenly appears and kills it, saving him. This girl is named Abby. She is the one who set the spikes and the net trap. She tells Joey she doesn't trust him and orders him to wear a net so she can kill him if he tries anything. Abby tells him, "I've been waiting by these spikes for 6 months. Now it's your turn to help me. I need your car to go find my ex-husband. I am leaving you here to survive on your own." Joey laughs and says, "Even if you change the tire, the car won't work. I have to change some special settings to make it start." Abby tries to start the car, but it fails. She agrees to take Joey with her, but she still doesn't trust him. She keeps him in handcuffs and points a gun at him. The journey is very hard for Joey. Abby talks constantly about everything and anything. Joey gets so tired of her voice that he puts on earphones to ignore her. That night, they camp together. While Joey sleeps, Abby reads his diary and realizes he is actually a good person. Suddenly, zombies attack. Joey and Abby fight together like a team and kill the zombies. Because she now trusts him, Abby removes Joey's handcuffs, and they become friends. They continue driving. One night, they stop at a warehouse. Abby tells Joey she hopes her ex-husband is still alive and still loves her. Joey also shares personal stories about his life. They look at the map and realize that Sandra's house and the ex-husband's location are very close to each other. Abby promises to drop Joey off at Sandra's house first. The next morning, the car starts and someone drives it away. Abby had accidentally left the keys inside. They try to catch the thief, but he is too fast. Joey gets angry and blames Abby. Abby argues back. "You said the car wouldn't start without special settings. I thought it was safe." Joey admits the truth. "It was a normal car. I didn't have to do any settings. I lied to you because I wanted to keep the car. You were so busy trying to start it that you didn't even turn on the fuel." Abby is furious and calls him a big liar. She decides she won't go with him anymore. She points one way and says, "Your girlfriend's house is that way, and my ex's house is this way. We go our separate ways." As they walk away, Abby finds a goat and takes it with her. She finally reaches her ex-husband's house. Inside, she finds many paintings. One of them is a portrait of her. This makes her happy because she thinks he still loves her, but he is nowhere to be found. On the other side, Joey reaches Sandra's bunker. Zombies follow him. He sees a CCTV camera and shouts, "Sandra, please open the door. It's Joey." The door opens. Joey jumps inside, and the door slams shut, locking the zombies out. Sandra sees him and hugs him happily. She says, "It's been 400 days since I've talked to another person." Sandra takes him inside and gives him a piece of cake. Joey is shocked and asks, "You still have cake? It feels like years since I've seen one." He starts eating, but very soon he passes out. When he wakes up, he finds himself tied to a chair. Sandra has been alone for too long and has become a psycho. She might even be a cannibal who eats human meat. Sandra is about to kill Joey when she hears a voice on the CCTV. Abby has arrived at the bunker. Sandra gets angry, ties Joey up in a hidden spot and goes to the door. She acts friendly and introduces herself to Abby. She brings Abby inside and gives her the same drug cake. Abby eats the cake, but it doesn't make her pass out. She tells Sandra, "The cake is good, but it has a very strange taste. Did you put something in it?" Sandra attacks Abby with a knife in a rage. Abby knows martial arts and fights back. She beats Sandra, pushes her down, and quickly unties Joey. Sandra gets up to kill them both, but Joey throws a knife and kills her first. Sandra immediately turns into a zombie and starts chasing them. They manage to lock her inside her own bunker and escape. Joey asks Abby if she found her husband. She replies, "I looked everywhere, but he wasn't there. I think he is dead." Joey comforts her. Together, Joey, Abby, and the goat leave to start a new adventure in the zombie world. Episode 2, Claire and Gina. The second story begins with a woman named Claire. She runs an insurance company and is a very mean boss. She forces her staff to work as hard as possible for very little money, treating them like slaves. However, one employee named Gina is very brave and refuses to listen to her. Gina tells her, "I won't follow your orders or dance for you. Do whatever you want." At this time, a zombie virus has just started to spread in the city. Claire sees this as an opportunity. She orders her staff to convince as many customers as possible to buy insurance so sales will go up. She tells them they must work overtime or they won't get paid. While she orders them around, she secretly packs her bags to run away. She leaves the city in a car with her husband. They stop at a gas station where there is a long line. The fuel has run out, and they have to wait for a tanker truck to arrive. Claire spots Gina leaving a nearby shop. She runs over and scolds her. "What are you doing here? I told you to work overtime." "You're fired." Gina replies, "Fine, fire me. I don't want your job anyway. Goodbye." Just then, a car passes by containing an old woman and a zombie. Gina's brother had warned her about the virus, but she hadn't believed him until now. Gina wants to travel to another city far away, but she needs fuel. When the fuel tanker arrives, Gina pulls out a gun and threatens the driver to give her the keys. A police officer arrives and tells Gina to put the gun down. Suddenly, they hear a scream. The zombie in the car has pushed the old woman out and is biting her. In the confusion, the police officer snatches the gun from Gina. The truck driver then tries to grab the gun from the officer, shouting, "Give it to me! I'm going to kill that woman for threatening me." During the struggle, the gun goes off. The bullet hits the fuel tanker, causing a massive explosion that kills Claire, Gina, and everyone nearby. Suddenly, the scene cuts back to the office. Claire is standing there, lying to her staff like usual, but smoke is coming out of her mouth. Gina also feels very strange. Both women remember the explosion at the gas station and realize they might be dreaming. Claire tries to leave the city again and waits at the fuel station. She feels a sense of déjà vu, like this has happened before. She warns the police officer to be careful with the gun so the tanker doesn't blow up. However, she doesn't notice that the officer has a zombie bite on his hand. Because the officer is turning into a zombie, he doesn't stop Gina. Gina hijacks the truck and drives away, but Claire runs out and stands in front of it. Gina swerves, crashes the truck, and it explodes again. Everyone dies, and once again, they wake up in the office. They realize they are stuck in a time loop. Every time the truck explodes, time resets. Claire tries to talk to Gina, but Gina just quits her job. Fate brings them together at the gas station again. Gina tries to hijack the truck, and the police officer arrives. This time, Gina hits the officer over the head with the gun to stop him, but the gun goes off by accident and kills the truck driver. The truck starts rolling away while the driver's son cries. Gina and Claire try to stop the truck, but it crashes and explodes. They die and wake up in the office again. The pain and fear they feel each time they die is real. They both start to go crazy. Finally, they sit down and stop fighting. They warn others about the zombies and make a new plan. Claire suggests a plan to turn Gina over to the police as a terrorist so she doesn't go near the truck. But the truck collides with another car and explodes anyway. They die and wake up in the office again. They try many ways to break the loop, but the truck still explodes, and they end up back in the office. Exhausted, they sit down and talk. Claire asks, "Why do you need that truck so badly?" Gina explains, "My sister's kids are in another city. I need the fuel to reach them and save them." Claire realizes she has been a terrible person by torturing her staff for money. She decides to help. Claire tells all her staff to go home and be with their families. She divorces her husband. She thinks that maybe becoming a zombie will break the loop, so she lets one bite her, but it fails. Finally, the two women who used to hate each other become friends. They make a plan together to distract the police and successfully hijack the tanker. They drive out of the city and crash through a checkpost. On a bridge, they see a group of zombies attacking people. They use the truck to spray fuel on the zombies and set them on fire to save the people. They celebrate their victory in slow motion. But the fire reaches the tanker. It explodes. Both women are thrown far away, but this time, they survive. Gina asks, "Is the time loop finally broken, or is this an illusion?" Claire says, "It wasn't an illusion. The pain and jealousy we felt were real. It was a time loop, and it's over." They leave together as best friends on a new journey. The third episode takes place on a large ship sailing on a lake in North America. Because zombies cannot swim, 30 rich families have moved onto this ship to live safely. There is a woman named Dee who never smiles. Another woman on the ship, Brooke, takes care of the passengers and is very kind. Lydia likes Brooke more than her own mother. Dee is jealous and afraid Lydia is drifting away. To try and fix things, Dee goes to the ship's party hall. Even though she hates socializing, she sits alone with a drink. The bartender, Billy, asks her why she looks so grumpy. Dee leaves in a rage. Brooke follows her and asks what's wrong, but Dee suddenly pulls a knife. She wasn't attacking Brooke. She was attacking a zombie that got caught in the ship's fishing nets. Dee is always alert and expects danger at every turn. That night, Dee sees people on the shore. They aren't zombies, they are normal people. Dee suspects something is wrong. Soon after, she hears a noise but finds no one. The next morning, a passenger goes missing. Everyone is scared. Dee suspects Billy, the bartender, but she has no proof, so no one believes her. Lydia tells Dee, "I don't want to live with you. I want to be with Brooke." Dee's heart breaks and she cries in a corner. While hiding, she sees Billy signaling to the shore with a mirror. She confronts him, but he jumps into the water. Lydia sees this and thinks her mother's being crazy again, so she locks herself in her room. Billy returns with a group of friends and they hijack the ship. Dee's suspicion was correct. Billy even killed the missing passenger. Dee fights the hijackers and kills them. She takes Lydia and escapes on a lifeboat. When they reach the shore, they are surrounded by zombies. Dee kills some and tells Lydia to hide under a pile of dead bodies with her. She rubs zombie blood on Lydia so the monsters won't smell them. They escape the zombies and find Brooke on the shore. Dee points a gun at Brooke, saying, "I told you Billy was bad, but you didn't listen." Lydia stops her mother, saying, "I love Brooke. You can't kill her." Dee lowers the gun but tells Brooke, "Don't ever come between me and my daughter again. Look at your own face and see the failure you are." Dee and Lydia find a truck with food and stay there for a few days. One day, zombies attack the truck. Dee tries to teach Lydia how to kill them, but Lydia cries and says she can't kill anything. Dee kills the zombies in a frenzy, and Lydia hides in fear. When their food runs out, Dee becomes hopeless. She considers killing Lydia and then herself because there is no way to survive. Suddenly, a tribal group appears. They wear the skins of zombies to hide among them. Their leader orders them to kill Dee and Lydia. Dee fights back, killing many of them and their leader. Impressed by her strength, the tribe declares Dee their new leader. Dee cuts the skin off the old leader's face and puts it on herself. She becomes the new leader of the tribe, and the episode ends. Episode 4, The Scientist and Anna. This story follows a scientist who lives alone in a high-tech lab in the jungle. He spends his life studying zombies. He believes zombies are not just monsters, but a new step in human evolution. He watches them through drones and gives them names based on their behavior, like hunters, who attack, and defenders, who protect the group. His best friend from the past turned into a zombie. The scientist couldn't bring himself to kill him, so he put a tracking collar on him and named him Object 21. He follows Object 21 every day using a drone to see how he survives. One day he sees a girl named Anna running through the jungle. He doesn't go out to help her. Instead, he sits in his lab and watches her on his computer screen. He wants to see how a living human reacts to evolved humans, zombies. When Object 21 attacks Anna, she fights back and hits the zombie. The scientist gets worried that his research object will be hurt, so he finally goes outside to stop the fight. He tells Anna, "Object 21 is a defender. He won't hurt you if you stay calm." Anna follows the scientist back to his lab. He won't let her in at first, so she climbs onto his balcony. She is sick and desperate. She threatens him, saying, "If I die out here, I'll turn into a zombie and spend forever trying to get inside to bite you." The scientist finally lets her in and gives her medicine. As Anna gets better, they talk. The scientist explains that he thinks zombies are a natural change for the world. Anna thinks this is crazy. She says she was part of a group of survivors, but everyone else was killed. One day, they watch a group of people get attacked by zombies through the drone. Anna screams, "We have to save them!" But the scientist grabs her arm and stops her. He says, "This is the food chain. Humans eat animals, and now zombies eat humans. It's nature. We cannot interfere." Later, Object 21 is walking near a river full of trash and old wood. He falls in, and the heavy current pulls him away. The scientist panics. He runs to the river and tries to pull Object 21 out with a rope. Suddenly, a crocodile jumps out of the water and bites the zombie, trying to pull both the zombie and the scientist into the water. Anna arrives and sees the danger. She takes a knife and cuts the rope. The scientist falls back, safe, but Object 21 is gone. The scientist screams at Anna, "You ruined 3 years of my work. You destroyed my research." Anna tells him the zombies are moving in a big group, migrating, and they need to leave the jungle now. The scientist is too angry to listen and refuses to move. Anna tries to escape on her own, but she is surrounded by a huge crowd of zombies. The scientist stays in his lab. Instead of helping her, he picks up his remote and records her being attacked with his drone. A few days later, the scientist is back in the jungle wearing a zombie skin to stay safe. He finds a new zombie. It is Anna. He doesn't feel sad. He simply puts a tracking collar on her neck and says, "Let's see where you go now." He treats her like a science project, just like he did with his friend. With this, the story ends here. See you soon in the next recap. Thanks for watching.